It was a hard-fought game. We're just really, really proud of our team. I couldn't be more proud of the effort that they put forth out there. The first half, really were kind of surprised by the shotgun stuff they gave us. We didn't do a great job stopping them there. Got a turnover, and that was big. We were able to make some adjustments on defense, and our defense just played great in the first half. They didn't have the ball very much. We had some costly turnovers, and that was disappointing. First half, we threw the interception down there in the red zone or on their end of the field, I guess. Had some other turnovers in the second half, and that's not it's not been typical of these games. Both teams turned it over some, but to see our team battle back from behind, we really gave them some momentum, I think, to start the second half when we fumbled the ball and they went down and scored, made it 14-7. When they took the lead 17-14, that's a time where you could look around and maybe some teams got that look in their eye of doubt or concern, and I think our guys just knuckled down and were determined that they were going to win, and I thought that was the effort that they gave there in the fourth quarter, and just a great drive to take the lead again and get that last score. Really, really proud of those guys. A great senior class, tremendous leadership, and I'm just so proud of our team. We heard for a long time here at West Point about the streak and all that, and it feels good to be a part of the team that kind of put that to an end. And interestingly enough, I was in the other locker room when the streak started, so I'm really proud to be on this team to see the streak come to an end.
Questions?
What was that locker room like, knowing that is over and done with, and just the general emotion?
Oh, our guys are thrilled, and there's a great love for each other in that locker room. There's a brotherhood that it's not just teammates. Those are guys that love each other and have poured everything they've got into each other, and they're just enjoying celebrating together. I mean, what a celebration on the field. Gosh, we were in there for 15 minutes. We still had players trickling in. I'm not sure they could get through the crowd out there, but that was a thrill for the Corps cadets and for the United States Military Academy, for the United States Army. Just a day like that is for all of us.
How happy are you that you have a senior class now that can go forward and not be part of this class that went on forward?
It's just I'm happy for them. Just the sense of pride that they'll have to go on, having beat Navy, having beaten our biggest rival in their senior year, is great. It's great for everybody in that locker room to have that, and I want them to enjoy it, and it's I guess personally satisfying to just be a part of that and to help lead and guide those guys to such a big win. It's fun. That's why we get into this profession.
Can you talk about Ron's touchdown run, how he just stuck with it today?
Yeah, he did. We came into the game. We were intending to play all three quarterbacks. We kind of had some plays. We were gonna roll Chris in there. We put Malik in there early. You saw and ran the quarterback trap out of the gun and didn't make much, but. We were moving the ball. We were able to run the fullback and kind of knock him off the ball, and we were hitting some plays on the zone option plays out there on the perimeter, and Ahmad was carrying a lot, and I thought he was doing a good job. He had the costly turnover in the third quarter, but somebody asked me about that earlier this week. He doesn't get rattled. He didn't. He didn't let it bother him. As much as I was chewing his butt over there, he didn't let it bother him, and he came back in that last drive and it was a very determined run, and a great job by the rest of the guys out there.
John and
Jeff, is it almost fitting in a way, the victory, how it came to be? I mean, you're up and then you fall down, you overcome, kind of like you've overcame all season over everything from Brandon to everything else, really. And that's how this game ends.
To come from behind was fantastic. It was just a very fitting end to the game, and as I said, they gained some momentum in the second half, and momentum's just attitude. So I think our guys maintained the right attitude, so we didn't lose the momentum to them and just let them take the game over. We just kept battling. It was a great job in the fourth quarter there to
When
win
you
the
were
game.
talking to them at halftime, up 14-0, what was the message to make sure you don't get complacent?
Settle down. They got a good football team. It's going to be a dogfight out there for 30 minutes. We knew it would be. Kenny's a great coach. They've had a terrific season. Those kids in the other locker room have won a lot of games. So they know how to win. And so we knew what it was going to be.
Coach, did you talk about how important ball control and third down conversion was in this ball game?
You got to control the football. You got to keep it away from them. That's what we try to do from a philosophy standpoint anyway on offense is do that. We did a really nice job in the first half, obviously. A lot of that had to do with our defense, and they threw a couple balls to us, and we were able to pick them off, and that was the difference in the first half. But being able to keep the sticks going, and I thought that second scoring drive in the first half, when we converted on a fourth down, went for it, and scored a touchdown, that's again an attitude that we got to score, but also, you know what? Let's give the guys on the other side credit. They got a good team, and if we can score here and stretch the lead, it's going to make a difference in the game, and that was the difference in the game.
Coach, I know you have obviously a lot of respect between the two coaching staffs. Amongst the great celebration, did you have a chance to have some words with Coach Kenny?
Oh, I went to Kenny as soon as the game was over. I went straight across the field and saw Kenny. He and I are great friends. He's a terrific person and a dear friend of mine. And so many guys on that staff and I coach together, so very close with those guys. But then after the game, before all the players made it into the locker room, I was waiting outside, and Kenny came down, and I had a chance to see Kenny. We embraced, and you know, it's a hard-fought game. We both want to beat each other, excuse me, on the field, but it's not gonna. There's no wedge that's gonna get driven between our friendship because of a game.
Coach, all season your players talked this week leading up to it. They said just about this year. How important was it for you guys to win just for the rivalry's sake? Because it was getting there. When you go 14 straight years on the losing end.
It's not a rivalry anymore. You got to win sometimes. So that's you know it. And so I was glad to get the win. And it's a great game. There's not a better game in college sports than this one right here. And what a thrill and what an honor and privilege to be a part of it.
How much of a psychological lift is it, just from the standpoint of the streak is over? Is that not only for you but for your football team?
Yeah, I think that was a big deal. I mean, to kind of put that to an end. There's a lot of talk about it. I try not to put any pressure on our own team to worry about the past 14 teams. They're really not responsible for the past 14 teams. They were responsible for the 2016 team, and that game was today. So this team right here is 1-0 against Navy. This team right here will never play again in this game together. So it's really a matter of just doing the best we can to win this game today, and not put the pressure on them to, hey, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this, because that builds up anxiety that doesn't have anything to do with today, and doesn't help us perform our best.
Last one.
No, nothing that I can divulge.
Were you surprised to not see Navy go for it on that last possession on fourth down?
Well, I think they felt like after the second half that they had, they did a pretty good job stopping us, that they could go in there and maybe 3-and-out us and get us, punt the ball back to them and have one more drive.
Last one, Ken.
Coach, it looked like you had a chance to visit with a member of Brandon Jackson's family after the game. What did you say? And I know you brought one of the members in the locker room.
Ms. Davis, Brandon's mom, was here for the game. It's the first game she's been to this year since the tragedy, and we knew she was going to be here, and thrilled to have her here. Our kids were thrilled to see her. They love Brandon, and to be able to share that victory with her, and for her to be able to see, just how much Brandon means to these guys, I think was really special for all of us. So, it was great to have her in there, and she was able to talk to the team. I was really glad that she did, and we presented her with a couple of mementos that would have been Brandon's for this game, and I'm sure she'll cherish those.
right. Thanks.
Thanks. Beat Navy.
Ahmad, can you just describe the feeling of getting the last touchdown after you lost the 14-0 lead?
Yes, sir. I mean, it was a great feeling. I mean, I can't describe it. I can't describe how I feel. It just felt amazing to know that the O-line worked so hard. Our team worked really hard for this to happen today, so it felt amazing.
Mom, what did you talk about just before you went on the field for the final drive, your strategy, just going out there knowing you had to make a touchdown to get through, take the lead back?
One thing I told the guys was just be prepared for Navy to make us kind of do something foolish to react to get a penalty. So I told them just keep that composure, and we good as long as we protect the ball and focus on ourselves.
Andrew,
Yes, sir.
about playing for Graham. I know you wrote about it during the week. You can break it down to emotion leading up to today.
Oh yeah, we had to hold every guy. They played their hearts out, and I really appreciate that. I'm so happy to be a part of this brotherhood, a part of this team, and I know we honored Brandon with our play. His mom was here, and we definitely showed out for his family, and we came out with a victory. Brandon, he's still with this team. He's watching over us, and he's jumping in heaven right now.
Andrew, could you just kind of talk about the way you guys won this game? You battled through some adversity, you're up, then you're down, then you end up on top again. Kind of how the whole year has gone. Is that kind of a fitting way for this game to go for you guys?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a championship team in the other locker room. We persevered through all adversity. And, just a culminating event to a great game and a great season. We have one more game coming up, but we persevered through everything. And we fought hard, we executed, and most of all, we finished. And that's most I'm proud about. We finished the game.
Another question I have is for Ryan. The turnovers, the importance of those into how the game ended up falling.
Yeah, I mean, I think the turnovers was a huge factor into the victory. Especially, I mean, everybody like X had an interception, he had a forced fumble, and then I think another turnover that I kind of messed up. I probably should have got on was the one on the sideline. But I think the turnovers overall just had a huge impact on the game because I mean it really got us ready and really got us motivated to go back out there. But I mean I think every play was just a different play, and that's our mindset. But I mean I would just like to thank the coaches especially for putting a great game plan together, these players, and then our fans for always sticking behind us.
Final one for Edgar. Silent kind of throughout the whole game, and then come up with that 25-yard catch to really get the wheels going for you guys in the fourth quarter. Obviously, it's something that you've been waiting on the way you always.
I felt like me and Jeffy Jeckham and my little brother were contributing on the perimeter, with blocking on the perimeter and stuff. The great running backs that we have, they were out there making plays, and then they kind of got lulled to sleep a little bit, and Ahmad showed tremendous composure in the pocket right there. He had a guy right in his face. I saw that from down the field. He stepped up and threw a dime pass, and I was just happy that I had the opportunity.
Thanks, guys.
Edgar, I saw you at your final whistle running toward the core. Can you talk about what it feels like to be in the senior class that
Can't put words to it. It's surreal. It still doesn't even feel like it's real. These people always talk about the streak and everything, but we're starting our own streak now.
What he was saying, the streak's been around for obviously since 2001, but I mean to be able to get that monkey off the back of this, this team, just like you said, you start a new streak of your own. But how does that feel, and what was the emotion like in that club, in that locker room?
I mean, the emotion was really high. The guys were very excited, and like you said, it's a feeling we can't describe right now. And I'm just happy that we were able to get it done.
Come on. Thinking when the core, when you look up at the whole core strategy.
Oh, you mean after the game? Or, yeah, I mean, I kind of expected that. They, we haven't won in 14 years, so they were waiting on that to happen and kind of anticipating jumping over the bleachers and getting out on the court, so it felt good.
They took my helmet.
You don't know where it is?
I have no idea.
I'm on a 3-week break. Any issues with timing, or how were y'all able?
I think that was the 3-week break helped us a lot. We were able to come together with a good game plan. I appreciate our coaches. They worked really hard, and I could tell by the preciseness and how well we executed that they worked really hard for that. So I appreciate our coaches, and the 3 break helped us a lot.
And maybe just talk about your offensive line, how they were getting some running room for you.
Well, the offensive line just played tremendously hard. You know, all the 3 weeks that we had off the practice, they were busting their tails, and they were actually going hard in practice. And they were, you know, we had slots and running backs. We had to catch up to their speed, and they just carried it over into this game, and they just worked really hard. And I'm really appreciative of them.
Can you talk about playing in your first start in 18?
It was exciting for me. You know, also I had this opportunity to step up as a freshman. And, you know, it's a quote that we say after Brandon Jackson is, "Scary money don't make no money," and I couldn't be scared. I just had to step up. So I appreciate the coaches for giving me the opportunity and my teammates for trusting me with the ball.